More than 2 decades after his death, investigators in Colorado are set to review the case of famed journalist and author Hunter S. Thompson, whose passing in 2005 was officially ruled a suicide. Thompson, a titan of American literature, left an indelible mark on journalism and culture, and the circumstances of his death have remained a subject of fascination and debate ever since. Why now? What could this new review possibly uncover after all these years? Let's dive deep into the story of a man who lived and died on his own terms, and why the final chapter of his life is being reopened. Hunter S. Thompson wasn't just a writer, he was a force of nature. Born in 1937, he crashed into the literary scene with his electrifying style, which he famously dubbed gonzo journalism. This wasn't your standard detached reporting. Thompson threw himself into the heart of his stories, becoming a central character and filtering events through his own unique, often drug-fueled and deeply perceptive lens. His most famous work, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, isn't just a book. It's a savage, hallucinatory journey into the death of the American dream. He gave a voice to the counterculture, and his words were like a shotgun blast to the establishment. From his expose on the Hells Angels to his scathing political commentary for Rolling Stone, Thompson was fearless, provocative, and utterly original. He lived in a fortified compound he called Owl Farm in Woody Creek, Colorado, a place that became as legendary as the man himself, a sanctuary of guns, peacocks, and unrestrained creativity. On the evening of February 20th, 2005, the world was stunned by the news. Hunter S. Thompson was dead at the age of 67. He was at his home, with his son, daughter-in-law, and grandson in the next room. According to his family, Thompson had been suffering from chronic pain and health issues. His wife, Anita, was on the phone with him just moments before he pulled the trigger. He had left a suicide note, titled "Football Season is Over," a characteristically bleak and poetic farewell. For most, the case was closed. It was a tragic but fittingly abrupt end for a man who had lived his entire life on the edge, constantly tempting fate. His final wish was famously fulfilled when his ashes were shot out of a cannon from a 153-foot tower, a spectacle funded by his friend, actor Johnny Depp. It was a funeral as gonzo as his life. So, if the case seemed so clear-cut, why is it being reviewed now? The announcement from Colorado officials has been met with a mix of surprise and intrigue. While they have been careful to state that this is a procedural review and not necessarily a full-blown reopening of the investigation, it's enough to spark a firestorm of speculation. It's enough to understand that cold cases or closed cases are sometimes reviewed as a matter of protocol, especially when new forensic technologies become available or if there's a persistent public interest. Over the years, a subculture of doubt has surrounded Thompson's death. Some fans and conspiracy theorists have never fully accepted the official narrative, pointing to the author's known paranoia and his long list of powerful enemies. While there is no public evidence to support these claims, the very nature of Thompson's life and work invites skepticism. He was a man who saw conspiracies everywhere, and in death he has become the subject of them. This review, regardless of its outcome, forces us to re-examine the legacy of Hunter S. Thompson. He was more than just a dope fiend with a typewriter, as some of his detractors might claim. He was a brilliant social critic, a moralist disguised as a madman. His writing exposed the hypocrisy and corruption at the heart of American power structures. He believed that the truth, in all its ugly, chaotic glory, was the only thing worth pursuing. His influence is everywhere in the immersive journalism of today, in the cynical humor of modern political commentary, and in the spirit of anyone who dares to question authority. Thompson taught a generation that sometimes the only way to report on a world gone mad is to become a little mad yourself. He championed the weird, the outcast, and the forgotten, and his voice is arguably more relevant now than ever before. What will this new look into his final moments reveal? It's possible, even likely, that it will simply reaffirm the original findings that Hunter S. Thompson, a man who controlled his own narrative in life, chose to write his own ending. The pain he endured was real, and the finality of his note seems to leave little room for doubt. But this review serves another purpose. It brings Hunter S. Thompson roaring back into the public conversation. It encourages a new generation to discover his work and grapple with the uncomfortable truths he presented. Whether it concludes with a simple confirmation or a shocking new twist, the story of Hunter S. Thompson is once again making headlines, proving that even in death, the good doctor can still cause a little trouble. His life was a testament to living without a safety net, and this final posthumous inquiry is just one more strange and fitting ripple from a truly extraordinary existence. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. The story is still developing, and we'll be sure to keep you updated. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button, share it with someone who appreciates the wild and the weird, and don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Hunter S. Thompson in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.